Hello everyone. So today I have in podcast like one of my best friend Jack. So uh, we will make some question. We can talk about his life, about his hobby, everything. So he represents Raccoon. So that you know about that. So I will put the link in my description below. So he represents Raccoon. So we will talk about the music stuff, etc. So hi Jack, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing good.
Uh,
Thanks, mate.
so you can tell about the people who are watching right now. What is your hobbies like?
Yeah, so my biggest hobby is probably making music, and I'm playing in a band with some of my friends called the Raccoons, and we're like recording music. We practice together sometimes, and yeah, releasing music, and yeah, that's my biggest hobby. And I'm also, um, yeah, I'm open-minded with that, playing with whoever, and yeah, just like to play and to write music, and my second biggest hobby is probably photography,
Okay.
as you know, and videography.
Yeah.
I love to take pictures and make videos.
So if you can ask about like which photography did you like to take, like it's like different photography. You go with the
Yeah.
landscape, you can go with nature photography.
I would say my strongest point is like taking pictures of landscapes. I'm still practicing a lot to work on portraits of people. That's something I find a bit more difficult, but
Yeah.
I find it fun because I'm developing my skills every time. But my best photography, I would say, is landscape oh, and also I have an Instagram page of just of street art. Maybe I've shown you that before.
Yeah, we will see.
Yeah, and I like to take pictures of murals on the street that you see. That's really fun.
And like for example, you talk about like you say you love music. So if you can ask like which is your favorite musician, which you inspire,
That's
or
a-
if you can tell me
yeah,
just
that's
one
a-
and two names.
Yeah, that's a very difficult question to answer because there's so many. But I would say from when I was young,
Yeah.
the band that inspired me the most was Black Sabbath.
Black Sabbath. Okay.
They invent like heavy metal music, and yeah, I found them very inspiring throughout my whole life, and that's something which has become part of me.
Okay.
And the second band I have to mention, of course, is the Beatles.
Beatles, okay.
It's the greatest band of all time,
yeah,
and
exactly.
of course I'm inspired a lot by them. And yeah, last month I went to Liverpool with
Okay.
a guy from the band, Chris, and
Okay.
we went to see all the things related about the Beatles because yeah, it's something that's super important to us as musicians.
Oh yeah, because I also listened before this band, so it's really amazing. Yeah. So
Yeah.
everyone can inspire from
Yeah,
that.
everyone can. So many bands were inspired by
Yeah.
these
Okay.
bands.
Okay. So tell me the story about how you get these hobbies. Like.
Well, I will start with photography. Back in 2016, I did Erasmus year in Amsterdam, and I was working. I did an internship at a hotel there, and I knew that I would be living abroad for 1 year, and I would be traveling to many neighboring countries and traveling around as much as possible. So I thought, okay, what is the best way to document this? Because the phone, it's always like you lose a phone or the memory card gets full. So I bought my first camera, which was like a small handheld one. I think it was a Sony, it was a silver one. It was not that good. It was just like 18 megapixels. Or
So you can start from that.
Yeah, and I started from that camera, and then I started to see like, okay, yeah, maybe have a good eye for perspective. I don't know so much technical things about photography,
Yeah. Okay.
but it just make my heart beat. I enjoy to do it.
Okay.
And at that moment, I remember I was in the Dam Square of Amsterdam,
Okay.
and there's this beautiful building there, and then there's some roses there.
Okay.
And I took my camera, I got very close to the roses, and I
Okay.
got almost on the floor, and I get the most beautiful picture of the building there. And then from that moment on, I thought, okay, you know what? Maybe I should invest a bit more in this and get a better camera.
Oh, okay.
And that's when I started buying Canon cameras, and I really started to enjoy that. And with the music, I've played a bit guitar like for many years, but I never had a lesson. I never really wrote my own music or such.
Okay.
But then when the pandemic started, we were all bored,
Yeah,
and we just started
Exactly.
like making music, and it was three guys. We had nothing. We had no way to record. We just had the instruments and the time, And then
Okay.
every day we were just practicing. We started just with a camera
Okay.
and just playing our songs, and then we started to record everything, and yeah, that's how it all started.
Okay, like in pandemic, you think like, okay, we don't have anything, so let's make a
Yeah.
music band. So you can take with your group, like there's 5 people in your group. You talk about like there's
Four. Yeah.
there are 4 people you talk about. So how this idea came in your mind? Like we can like music, or with the name, or like
Yeah.
this
So
is like or did it the idea of or 4 people, or this only idea in your mind that let's make a music band?
yeah. Well, at first, yeah, like I said, we were just three actually at the start,
Okay.
and then we just were playing like songs of other bands, like the Beatles, and we were even making like joke songs. Like we were taking a famous song,
Okay.
like Bob Marley, "No Woman No Cry," and we would just make a comedy version about it, like laugh about things in our life,
Okay.
And then we started to think like, wow, it actually sounds kind of good. Like maybe we should try and do that seriously, And then we started to just make videos of us playing songs, and then we started to write music, and that's what made us all much more excited, was the writing the music,
Okay.
Because when you do a cover song of somebody else's song, it's nice, it's a good feeling, but
Okay.
there's no feeling like writing your own music, putting a part of your own soul into a song, because and because then you feel like, oh wow, I made that, we made that, that's crazy, and no one can replicate that. It's your own style, and if you're like many bands try to copy other bands' style, but
Okay.
if you just write freely, and you just write down what comes to you, and you just keep to play and to play and to play, and it comes out naturally, then you get original, authentic art,
Yeah.
and I think, in my opinion, that is the best kind of art. Whether it's music or photography, if you are original and you don't try to copy anyone else, that's how you get the best art.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
how I would say.
But in your Raccoon group, so who can write this music? Like,
Well, that's the thing. We all have our different strengths, and like for example, Christoph is the best at musical theory and like playing the chords and playing on time and stuff. And then I would say that me and Andrew are like more chaotic musicians, for the fact that we just like to play and come up with melodies and stuff like that, and we don't think too much about the theory and stuff. And I like to write lyrics, and then the other guys like help me fill in the blanks.
yeah.
And then when we met Moritz, that's when he had the idea about recording and producing, and then that was his area. And now it's kind of all blended a bit together. I would say it's still like this, that like Christoph is the music theory guy. I'm more like the guy who writes lyrics and stuff like that. But yeah, it's definitely a mixture.
Yeah, it's definitely a group work.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
Raccoon is like
Like,
it's not,
yeah.
not for the workforce.
Yeah,
It's like a group
exactly.
work. One make write the music, one make editing, one make everything. Is
Yeah,
for
exactly.
the
Yeah,
side.
and it's
So you talk about like, let's come to our hobby again. It's like, what are the importance of having your hobbies?
yeah. Well, personally, I think like everyone should have at least one hobby. I think it's good for your mental health, because in today's world we are very caught up about having a routine, about we go to work, we pay for the dinner with the work, and then we go to sleep and we clean the house, and that's basically all we have time for, and you need to find time for yourself to do something that you enjoy, and if that something is something creative, then that's amazing, because then you can work towards your own goals and stuff. But like I said, I think it's very good for your mental health,
Yeah, exactly.
that you can just switch off all of this work, sleep, repeat, die, you can turn that off for a minute, and you can for example, I cannot paint, but when I watch someone painting, I'm thinking, wow, like that's so cool. I bet you get lost in that, and it's probably the same feeling that I get when I play a guitar or when I take my camera, And I think that's very important for the mental health.
Yeah. So can I ask you a question? You sound like you like painting. So, did you have any planning to future go in this field, like for painting,
No, I would.
or you just only like when the people painting?
Yeah, I like when people paint, and my girlfriend is very good at painting, and I like to like see her paintings and watch her paint. That gives me a lot of joy, you know, and that also inspires me to make my own things because yeah, I cannot paint or draw, but I try, you know, like
Yeah.
when she comes home, I'll like make a little drawing on a piece of paper or something like that, and yeah, I enjoy to do that. You know?
Yeah, it's amazing. So let me how do you get into a creative mind?
Well, like I said, it's all about switching off your mind, and yeah, it's you cannot force that. For example, I cannot sit down and be like, right, I'm gonna write a song now,
Okay.
and do it like that. No, it has to come naturally. But yeah, there's a certain aspect where you do have to turn off your mind somehow and just like get into it, you know. And for example, many songs from the Raccoons were written just by like we were playing in a room.
Okay.
One guy is playing, the other guy starts playing,
Okay.
and then I get out my lyric folder, and then someone starts singing. That's how a lot of the songs that are available on Spotify, that's how many of them were written, if not all of them. Yeah.
Okay. So what are your goals with music and photography?
Well, I don't have any like concrete goals, so to speak, but I just want to keep having fun with it, you know? Like I don't have a goal like, yeah, I want to get famous with that, I want to be successful. No, because
No, definitely.
you
Yeah,
know,
the people who are
like
watching right now, maybe in the future, why not?
yeah, you know,
Get more.
that's is like a nice dream for everyone to have, but I
Yeah.
also like to like be realistic. Like I will, you know, I will not put all of my hopes that that will happen.
Definitely, don't we lose the hope.
Um,
Everything is happening in this
yeah.
world, so you can try your best.
But
Man.
I would say my main goal with music is to record and release all the music that I've written and all the songs that I feel really passionate about, because we have many songs that have been written over the last 3 years or so, and only a fraction of them have come out, you know, and I just want that all the songs I've written in this time and that my buddies have written, but the thing is that new songs get written all the time, you know, like for example, we are working on one song, and then Christoph will be like, yeah, I've written a new song, and then Mo will be like, oh, I've got another idea for a new song, and then Andrew will be like, oh, I've also come up with a new song, and then it's trying to like get all of that out, you know, and get it all recorded. It's a pretty difficult process, but it's good because the authenticity is there, you know, when, like I said, you cannot force anything, and um, that's how you can see that the songs come naturally because they just come out of nowhere, you know, like we're not even finished with one, and then one of the guys is like, yeah, I came up with this, you know, and yeah. And with photography, I would say like a goal of mine is just to keep getting better, you know, like I want one day that my house looks like an art gallery and all of my best pieces are on the wall and on a canvas, and I can be like, yeah, I'm proud of that one. I like that one, you know. And my parents and my girlfriend and I think my friends, they're all big fans of my photography, and that's a really good feeling actually. That when
Yeah. So do you have any like future destination planning where you can go for photography, or you want to go there?
yeah, like
In your future diaries, like.
yeah, I would love to like do some professional photography and like yeah, like have some jobs, you know, of
Mm.
that. But it's quite difficult market to get into.
Mm.
Um, I actually, yeah, and, I have someone who asked me to do photography at their wedding in Offenbach,
Mm.
and I said like, yeah, sure, I will do that, no problem. And that will be a good experience, you know,
Yeah.
because and right now I'm trying to build up my portfolio.
Yeah.
And for example, like I said, my strongest point is not taking portraits of people. That's what I'm really trying to focus on now because that's where the money is, you know. I love to take pictures of animals. Again, it's difficult because they're just like moving constantly, like dogs
But
or birds or
yeah, But maybe it's really hard photography if you want to make many animals, because with animals you have to be
Yeah.
too much focused.
Yeah.
Because you
But
can capture their moments. Like this
Yeah.
is really hard. It's not an easy job.
But it's very rewarding. For example, my parents' dog Frodo.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
As
so
you
happy when I
expected.
get a good picture of him because he's a spaniel and he runs around like so fast. He's like, you know, he's really hard to get photos of.
Okay. So,
But it's a very rewarding feeling, you know.
okay. Why you choose like the music comparison to photography? Like you said, you have two hobbies, music and photography. So you can, I think you can more focusing on music comparison
Yeah,
to photography.
maybe,
But why?
yeah. But you can actually like incorporate one with the other. For example, um, yeah, the artwork we use for the band, like I made for from my photography, you know. Like the last single that just came out, one of them um, is a picture of a back garden, and it's morphed with a picture which Mo took from a plane of the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
And then I put some effects on it.
Yeah.
I blended the two photos together, and there you have it, you know.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah, I think um, photography can be incorporated with the music because, yeah, you always need artwork. And
Yeah.
yeah, I like to use to make everything by ourselves, you know. Like for example, the videos. So far, we also made all the music videos ourselves, and I think that's cool because it's like we are 100% the machine. You know, we don't have like a record label or people to help us with that, but in a way we don't need it, you know, because we can do everything ourselves. We can make a music video, we can make the artwork, you know, we can write the songs, and you can incorporate all the creative skills together, you know.
Yeah, exactly. So do you have any new album which is released from the record?
Well,
The last music, the new one I heard is like you're amazing. I love
yeah,
it.
thank you.
Yeah. So do you have any music
Um,
who is releasing in the future, like
well,
next month? So.
Well, for sure, I hope so. Yeah, we have a lot of music recorded.
Yeah.
There isn't any song I would say like, yeah, it's coming out next week. It's done. Not really. There are some songs that are super close to be done.
Okay. But no, you can check. You can just tell about like, do you have any?
But yeah, the idea,
who
yeah,
watch right now?
the idea is that we want to follow up to our last EP, Trash Panda, which was 8 tracks, and that was our first like real release because it was 8 songs.
Okay.
And the plan is that the next album will be 15 songs.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
And we have more than that
More than
planned.
that.
But we want to release something of around 15 songs.
Okay.
And every song will be like a bit of a different style because that's something unique about our band is I would say every song sounds different. If you listen to the song that came out a few days ago, it sounds very different to Lost in Gold that came out in March, and I think that's a positive thing. Because yeah, we don't have any 2 songs that sound the same, and let me tell you, on the album it will be really extreme in that direction that every song will sound different to the last. There's not one that sounds like the other one. Not one that sounds. No.
Okay. So tell us, Recon, about the people who are watching right now. So tell us, Recon, where they can find on internet. So.
Yeah, so you can check out on Spotify, on Deezer, Apple Music, YouTube Music, basically every streaming platform.
Yeah.
And you can also find our music videos on YouTube.
Okay.
And all of the songs are there also for free.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, I think we have like 5 music videos now.
Okay.
And I hope that the next song will come also with a music video. I think so. It's planned that we have like 2 or 3 music videos that are planned.
Okay.
And one of them will be working with a charity, and that's going to be very exciting.
Okay.
Because hopefully we can bring some good awareness for some less fortunate people.
Okay.
So that's going to be nice, and yeah, I don't want to say too much.
Okay. Yeah.
But
it's like so you can reveal it later.
But like I said, when we started to make music, we just uploaded like live performances on YouTube, and
I watched this live now.
You know, and it was funny at the time, but we deleted a lot of them because we thought that they were embarrassing
Okay.
and they were not as good as we thought they were back then.
Yeah, but every startup is like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Yeah,
You have to start from
Yeah.
somewhere, you know. But for example, what I can tell the people, if anyone did watch those videos,
yeah. Definitely,
Um,
you can watch it on YouTube. You can
so
go there.
the first original song that we ever wrote was called "The Vampire of Dusseldorf,"
Okay.
and I love this song. I think it's awesome. But you know, the video, it wasn't the best performance. But
Yeah, but it's what just what only the startup. Like
Yeah,
make the
exactly,
first
yeah.
video to must.
But you know, people at the time told us that is a good song, and I still believe, and my bandmates still believe that that's
Okay.
a good song.
Yeah.
And people have been asking, when is that one coming?
Yeah. Okay.
It's coming.
Yeah.
Okay, it will be on the next album.
Oh, okay. Thank
That's
you.
all I will say about that.
Okay. Thank you so much for your
You're
time.
welcome.
Thank
It's
you
been
so much
lovely
for your
talking to
time.
you.
So you can
Yeah,
watch
listen to the Raccoons.
Yeah,
on
listen to the
Spotify.
Raccoons on Spotify, on YouTube, on every social media platform. So we can meet you in other podcasts with another Recon Groups member.
Yeah.
So catch you.
Yeah, next time we'll come with the rest of the band.
Exactly. So see you next time.
Yeah.
Till then, take care. Bye bye.
Cheers. Thanks so much, man.
Thank you so much.
That's how we sang it, and there's no remedy for memory. Your face is like a melody, it won't leave my head. Your soul is haunting me and telling me that everything is fine, but I wish I was dead. Every time I close my eyes, it's like a dark paradise. No one compares to you. I'm scared that you won't be waiting on the other side. Every time I close my eyes, it's like a dark paradise. No one compares to you. I'm scared that you won't be waiting on the other side. Why don't you be the yang and I'll be the yang? I'll be the 6 if you'll be the 9. Just like the earth, we all have a running core. You know just how